Another lore thing, since I'm feeling better after that last video. So sorry for that being so long, by the way. I'll probably shorten it. I'm recording this all live, so I haven't even edited the first video yet. And I also have a lot of backlog that I really should have posted by now. But I keep forgetting to post it, and I am so sorry about that. And overall, I feel really bad about that. And oh my god, I am so glad that is solid ground. Um, but so basically the primes in order would be 13, then Nova, then Zeta, then X prime. Well, of course the 13 and the quintessent primes, but they were, classified as something else out of their own will, since they didn't want to seem like imposters of what Cybertron really was, since they really respected Cybertron and didn't want to seem like they were part of the species. They purposefully exiled themselves from the species, kind of, but also not really, but also kind of, but also not really. Okay, well, uh, wow, I just fell forever. Got that blueprint there, though, so that's nice. But, so it goes 13, then it goes Nova Prime, then it goes X Prime, then it goes Guardian Prime, since Guardian Prime and X Prime are good friends, but then, angst. And then, um, basically went and was like, okay, sounds good. And then there was Zeta Prime, so that's, fourth generation, but whatever. And then Zeta kept reincarnating himself and reincarnating himself. And basically, he was just a multi generational bad guy until about 30 billion generations later. Well, 30 billion, at least for right now. I haven't really even picked when a generation starts and ends. I was thinking that, basically the well of sparks, which most planets have, and also their other reproductive methods, would kick off every, um, 1 billion years. So every billion years, there would be a new kickoff. And, there would be a lot of people. And I haven't necessarily set the set amount that the Allspark will make. All I am saying is that it will make the most efficient amount for what the planet currently needs in populace. So, yeah, it'll just make whatever it feels like. But it will not make anything under half the population is lost. That is about as low as it can get, is half the percent of the population lost. So, yeah. So like if say 10 million Cybertronians die, then its lowest that it could ever reproduce would be 5 million. So on and so forth. You get the general idea. And basically, a generation basically happens every time a spark summoning happens, which is what I call reproduction in Transformers, which is a spark summoning day. And then, dang. Spark Summoning Day basically goes and is like, okay, well, I think that's been a long enough amount of days. So let's start summoning things. Woohoo. Wow, wow, wow. So nice. and then basically goes on this whole, so one generation lasts 1 billion years, which is ironic because some Transformers have lived for trillions of years. Because they built different. Although one thing I am curious to do is if I should change it to where it's like a trillion, like 1 trillion every like trillion years, and then like Transformers age in billions instead of millions. Since I don't know. But I feel like the average Transformer should only live a few million years. And by a few, I mean somewhere in the hundreds. So, like, 100 million years would be, well, 1 year for them, I guess. I don't know. I'm still figuring out the aging. You know what? Since the aging system for them is so short, I think every 10 billion, not 10 billion, every 10 million years is 1 year for them. How about that? I think that'd be cool. So, um, yeah, gonna have to figure out how to translate that. That's literally it. Okay, never mind then. I'm going back to this. And they basically go through all of this other stuff. I almost didn't get necromancy. Sad, sad, that. And, so basically, if a transformer is 10 million years old, then they're just 1 year old in their standards. So then the hundreds is, So, like, if I say that somebody is, say, 20 million years old, then they are just 20, I guess. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. I'm still going between the two. I don't know. I mean, because then, like, it'd just feel too long, but also a generation should have at least a generation behind it in order for it to, so I'm still working on the general generation system. I know that I don't want Transformers to age too quickly, otherwise they're just gonna feel like weird and kind of, So maybe I will change it to billion years. I don't know. I mean, my universe takes place in a completely different universe than this one with its own completely other stuff. Okay. Uh, punch. Okay, give me your loot. Nice. But I'm thinking every billion years they age is basically 1 year for them is billion years for us. I like that. Plus billion always was more fun to pronounce than million, since million is such a used word. And then I don't know, I guess maybe the amount of millions would be months. I don't know. I'm still figuring things out. And I'm glad that I am. I know I'm probably ranting to a dead screen and next to nobody since I barely get any views, but I'm glad that I have some way of feeling like I'm ranting to somebody and sharing my lore and my ideas and having a semblance of something. I know I have friends, but they're busy all the time or not in Transformers like I am, so maybe having people like that would be nice. Having all sorts of other things to do and, just understand. Having people I can talk to and enjoy things with feels nice since I usually don't have that. I mean, I do have friends, but Still, I'm not trying to diss any of my friends, by the way. I do appreciate them, but sometimes it gets a bit lonely ranting. And this kind of makes it feel a bit, but, don't mean to get emotional. But, let me continue. Where was I? Oh yeah, age. So I guess every, trillion, well, how many billions of years are in a trillion years? Like, how many, how many I need to look that up real quick, actually. Let me do that. 1,000 billion. So I guess the average transformer could, emphasis on could, live a few generations over. Since there are a lot of old transformers, a lot of young transformers, etc. So um I guess the average lifespan can vary, but I am just going to say that the most average lifespan would probably be 3 to 5 generations, leaning more towards 5. So, since one generation ends every time a new generation is made, and generations are made every trillion years or so, then I guess, I don't know. I mean, only 1,000 billions, that seems quite short, since they live for so long. I don't want to make them too human-like, so some of them live for billions of trillions of years. It's all kind of just like what did they do with living. But I will figure it out. I will probably put a stamp on screen or something for when I actually like, you know. But I'm thinking, so Transformers age in billion years. So a 50-year-old Transformer would be 50 billion years old. And then 50 billion. There are 1,000 billions and a trillion. Yet they need to live for at least 5 generations. Yet it takes. Transformers don't die in their 50s, they die in like their thousands. Well, a Transformer in their thousands is, well, you know, a Transformer in their thousands is considered old. Or elderly, I suppose. I don't know. Okay, so I'm thinking 200 billion. No, okay. So 1 million to let's go 20 billion is quote unquote infant. Um Everything from that to, let's go with 500 billion is an adult, and 5 billion to a trillion is elderly. That doesn't seem right, because then there would be a lot of elderly Transformers. I'm gonna have to ask people for like opinions on this, because like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to do the whole age thing. So in fact, let me ask a friend real quick. Okay, my friend hasn't replied yet, but I was thinking of how to work this. So basically, a transformer would age 1 billion years. So, let's just start this back from ground zero. Sorry for all the yapping. 450 million divided by 5, so each generation, would be 90 million years. 90 million years is close to a billion years, so let's just round it up to a billion years. And, there. I overcomplicated everything for nothing. I am just stupid, so I am probably just. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this segment of the video. I'll probably leave it in. That's my bad. I mean, I should have just been able to figure out, oh hey, this, that. Wow. So, yeah, I'm so sorry about that. Now I feel bad. But, let's, let's go and, finish this run. I am so sorry. I'll make this video longer than usual just because I feel bad for doing that, and I'm sorry.